Welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
This is Insanity Check. Ken Skillet Sauce in 8.
We can be found on our Twitter page at Insanity Check 12. Our Google Plus circles, Insanity Check. Our Facebook page, Insanity Check. And our, get the applause ready, man. Our Insanity Check Radio page on YouTube. I just love that applause. But yeah, the point that I was just making about how, people want to say there's no racism, but obviously there is. Think of it this way, and this is something that came to my mind when I was when I just started to look over this case after,
And that would be the Trayvon Martin Zimmerman.
The Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman case, was when I think of how the media, which is basically white-owned, words and describe certain things. And when I think of Justin Bieber, the way Justin Bieber looks now, right? He wears, now obviously his stuff is top flight, all designer, but skinny ass jeans, ass hanging out, sneakers, tattoos all over his arms,
He has
shades.
tattoos now?
Yeah, he has tattoos.
Real?
Yeah, real. He has a few tattoos. Not mad, but he got some tattoos. Big, gaudy, chunky watch, chain, shades, fitted hat. So, and exhibiting all sorts of bad boy behavior. And he's described as, embracing urban chic. You take a black kid and put him in the exact same stuff. It probably won't be his name brand as that because this dude is a millionaire, but worn exactly the same way, everything else, he's automatically a thug. Automatically, by default. It doesn't matter where he's coming from, where he's going. He has his pants underneath his ass. He has tattoos. He must be a thug. And those thugs are fucking coons or niggers or whatever the hell they are. Damn them and, let's get rid of them. But when a white guy does it, it's like, oh, he's just urban chic. I've never heard anything about Justin Bieber, his bad behavior, his attire, his anything is classified as thug. Just spoiled and things like that. I've never heard him, and when I look at him, I'm like, well, the only difference between him and his African American counterpart is, outside of obviously the money, is his complexion. Yet the media portrays one, because I'm like, seriously.
But that might not be the best example because we all know who this cat is.
No. What I'm saying is when they describe his look, they call it urban chic. Just from his look, not his attitude or what he's doing, because like you said, everyone knows Justin Bieber, but I'm just saying, just his look. Oh, look at him with his pants hanging down, his ass showing. That's the urban chic look. But when it's a black person in the hood doing it, that's a thug or a nigga or whatever. And that just shows you the perceptions, So I think hopefully this will be a powder keg that'll blow this whole racial shit completely up, and we'll all have a big battle and just settle our differences, because
yeah, that ain't happening.
Something Tim Wise had said during when we went to see him, and he had mentioned after Katrina that all of the people that are arguing with themselves on the internet and all this other kind of shit, the people at top that run this country, they don't give a fuck. They don't care, because it's the haves and the have-nots. So you mongrels down there get caught up in your racial little beef, because we're not concerned about that. We're concerned about who has and who has not. So, and that's why I said all of this shit is going to blow over in about 30 days when Idol or whatever else come back, and football and all that other shit comes back. But in the time being, I'm actually curious as to how far it's going to go.
I don't think it's going to go fucking far. What was it?
I mean, how many days? I mean, I give it 30 days tops.
Like you said, what happened to the fucking kid in Crown Heights who got fucking killed by the cops? Newspaper.
He's dead.
Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 5, day 7, 10. Where is it? Oh, don't know.
Exactly. I mean,
don't know. Again, this is why I just can't give a shit about all of this outrage, because I keep on saying, if you people were really fucking outraged, you would do something besides say you're outraged.
Yeah, well, see, that's just it. That nobody's
March
going
either.
Huh?
And marching doesn't work anymore.
Fuck marching.
Get the fuck. All that old ham-bone
But see,
shit.
that goes to
Hambo old 60 shit is not going to do until there's some honest repercussions.
But exactly, this is what I'm saying.
Serious repercussions, like the repercussion that this kid got for being black and walking.
This is why I keep on saying, every time we have a story about some fucking pig shooting a fucking anyone who's innocent, like I said, that fucking white boy who got tortured by those pigs in Pennsylvania, those Pennsylvania state troopers. They need to be fucking killed.
Yeah.
Killed. Die. They must go.
Until there's some serious ramifications, and not just random, because that doesn't solve anything.
But exactly. That's
solve
what I said. And this is why I say again, especially you fucking black people, you have no cohesion, you have no unity, you have no direction. And these fucking mokes, people like, Sharpton and all that, again, all they want to do is sing, hold hands, pray, and fucking and walk. Who the fuck cares about that? Again, like you said, as long as nothing happens, police commission doesn't care, the fucking mayor doesn't care, and certainly the fucking corporations who run the country don't care. Nope. They don't fucking care. That's what you have to go to affect change. These people care about money, as he just said. You fuck with their money, and then they will listen to you.
Other than that,
crying and praying ain't gonna fucking help you.
Yeah, this is just sea monkeys in a bowl, just doing whatever the fuck they do, And then like I said, randomly going out, and I just went on a page, and it says, guys, like little pockets of violence is spurring up, and people are beating up on people and acting stupid. That's just not going to do anything.
Except say that, this they got what they deserve because look at them. That's all that's fucking happening.
I mean, this is all they're doing is creating Reginald Denny's all over the place.
Yeah. That's all.
And what did that solve? I mean, King's ass was still tasered up and beat the fuck up. No satisfaction for the 4 officers that did it. So instead, they're going to beat up, a brick beat, Reginald Denny instead of the 4 cops. Except for 4 cops. In this case, if you really feel, and I'm not saying they should necessarily go out and gun this guy down, and the reason I'm saying they shouldn't necessarily do it is because I don't want to advocate that kind of stuff on the show.
I'll advocate it.
So will I.
No. Seriously, I mean, I was just being facetious. No, he needs to get his, because only that old-fashioned.
At least cripple him. At least cripple him.
That only with that eye for an eye thing. Pause creates. They need to create pause. They need to create pause in people to where they're like, well, if I do this, there's can be some serious repercussions for my actions. But right now, you're basically saying, if you have a grievance with a black person in this country, just go up, start some shit with them, let them hook off on you about 3 or 4 times so you have some noticeable little scars and black eyes, and then gun them down. That's it. Start some shit. Let them, train yourself hard to take 3 or 4 punches to the face. So make sure that you get a nice little mark and a little busted eye, and then shoot them. That's it.
You know what? I keep picturing like a, one of those hood movies where like a regular one of the homies guns somebody down and just turns around and says, "Neighborhood watch, homie."
Yeah,
I mean, like that's all you really have to say.
Yeah, like, basically neighborhood watch. That's
neighborhood watch, homie.
Neighborhood watch, homie.
Yeah.
So you had you want to talk about the court case?
No, it's okay. See, this is the part that I was like, okay, it was a shoddy case, and I'm thinking, okay, who the fuck was this prosecution? I mean, because it was the kind of stuff. First of all, they bring. It's unfortunate that Trayvon was talking to Precious, and this broad couldn't speak English whatsoever, so she was a bad witness from what I understand. She went up there and,
Again, I know nothing what you're talking about. Was this some ghetto fucking mammering and shit?
That's who it is.
Okay, I don't care what she looks like. But.
And yeah, she was talking some
like
ghetto
Precious.
Jahambo shit. Huh?
She looks like Precious.
Yeah, as I said, Precious, genteel, whatever, and she was inarticulate.
Gay rapist?
I mean, that's what she's saying now. She's saying maybe Trayvon thought he was a gay rapist. That's what she's saying today. But during the case, it was basically she came out, like with that, what happened was kind of, liked it and nah I mean, kind of stuff. Which, basically lost the jury. You're talking about a whole bunch of Paula Deans on the jury or whatever like that. They can't connect with no shit like this. They didn't train this person. You brought the doctor up there who basically said, I know nothing, and he put his hands together like this. So I'm like, what the fuck kind of prosecution did the case that they actually presented, I don't know. And then they wanted to try him because from what I understand, they was trying to get murder too instead of manslaughter. Mm-hmm. For what I believe, I don't know. Cause I wasn't really following it, but the follow-ups were saying that they took the wrong approach. They was trying them for something that you needed more of a burden of proof to prove, and then just from the little snippets that I saw, I was like, what the fuck how can you convict anybody on this shit? The guy could have had Trayvon's head in a fucking bag on the table, and he would have probably gotten off with the way the prosecution handled the case. So I'm like, so they fucked this whole thing was a clusterfuck from day one. From day one. And sadly, this kid is dead. And because of prosecutors being incompetent and the racial climate or whatever you want, and jurors thinking people are still colored in 2013 and shit like that, it was just a horrible fucking tornado of madness. But speaking of tornadoes, did anybody here see Sharknado? I'm just saying, man, that shit went crazy viral, man. Sharknado.
You know, actually, my friend said she saw like the last 5 minutes.
Yo.
And was like, holy shit, I have to watch this whole movie.
Yo, my brother told me about the last 10 minutes. He said Duke jumped through a fucking shark with a chainsaw. Jumped up into the shark's mouth and went through the motherfucker. And retrieved a woman who was in it.
You're listening to shit from this man.
Yo, I don't know. I tried to watch because Alan, a show, this is official stage name, told me that it was on. And I had just finished watching like some sporting event, and then I saw some two-headed shark on Sci-Fi, which was garbage. And then when Sharknado came on, I was like, I'm just all sharked out. I just can't take it. This shit is so cheap. But it's coming on the 18th, maybe 2 more days, and it's Sharknado.
Thank you for the update. Appreciate it.
Sharknado.
Anyway, I need to take a break off. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.